last two examples for the general form. Let's do x squared plus y squared plus 4x minus 8y plus 32 equals 0. So again, we're going to group our x's together and group our y's together. So we got x squared plus 4x and a bubble plus y squared minus 8y and a bubble equals negative 32. Move the number to the other side, and you're going to have double bubble. You put your bubble on both sides, two of them on that side. So you're going to take your x term, which is 4x, and you're going to take half and square it. So half of 4 is 2. 2 squared is 4. So I'm going to put plus 4 on both sides. Do the same with your y term. It's 8. So you're going to say half of 8, which is 4. 4 squared is 16. Now, you would do a parenthesis squared for the x and a parenthesis squared for the y. But I do want you to probably, on these problems, and I didn't say it on the other two examples, is check this number. Make sure it gives you a positive number. Negative 32 plus 4 plus 16 is a negative 12. 20 plus 32. 20 and a negative 32 is going to give you a negative 12. So with this being negative, can we take the square root of negative numbers? Because keep in mind, that's your radius. So you're going to be taking the square root to get that radius. And we can't. A negative will give me an imaginary. So that means it doesn't exist. So if you come up with a negative number, then the answer you're going to give me is non-existent. Meaning this circle does not exist. Okay? So keep in mind this last number. Once you have done half and squared and filled in your bubbles, this side has to produce a positive. If it produces a negative, it's non-existent. So you don't even have to worry about your parentheses. It's not a circle to begin with because it's a negative where the radius is going to be. Okay? So that one will give me a non-existent. And the last example I want to show you with the general form. If we put out x squared plus y squared minus 6x minus 6y plus 18 equals 0. If we put it together, x squared minus 6x and a bubble plus y squared minus 6y and a bubble, take our 18 over, make it negative, and put double the bubble, our middle numbers are the same. So when you take half and square, you're going to have the same number in all your bubbles. 6, half of it is 3. 3 squared is 9. So you're going to put plus 9 on all bubbles. Or in all bubbles. Now, I said check that number. Before you get into the whole my parenthesis squared deal, what's negative 18 plus 9 plus 9? Well, that's a 0. So this is special too because the key is that last number needs to be a positive number. That's a 0. So if you get a 0, that means that you're not moving anywhere from the center. You got a point, but I'm not moving nowhere. So your answer would be just a point. Honestly, that's the answer. All you have is a point. All you're going to have is what's going to be in this actual parenthesis. You have no distance to move. Radius is a distance. And I'm not moving nowhere if it's at 0. So the key here with the general form, this last number has to give you a positive number so you can take the square root of it. But if you get a negative, it's non-existent. If you get a 0, it's just a point. Now that will conclude all the material examples that you would need to finish 2-2 on your My Lab.